Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. Today, we're going to check out perhaps the greatest tie-down system for motorcycles for on the back of a truck. And that system is the bolted-on system. So you can see this system uses these J-hooks to tie into D-rings. And I got these extra ones because we'll also use this same system on my garden trailer. So years ago, I had a KZ180TH toy hauler camper. And I used the bolted-on system in there. Scott Corgiat, who owns the company, he will custom make the bars. If you have like an odd size, which that KZ180 had an odd size to fit the bar in there, they'll cut it to size, and it's not that much more than a regular system. And when I sold that and bought the bunkhouse, because we took grandkids with us, I could no longer take the motorcycles, the Harleys, with when we were traveling. But I was taking the grandkids more than I was taking the motorcycles. However, with my recent back injury, I had to get rid of the Harleys because they were 600 pounds. And we bought these Groms. These are Honda 125s. They only weigh about 200 pounds and they're about 60 inches long. And I thought with hauling the camper, if I could find a system to put those bikes in here, I could take the camper, kayaks, as soon as I'm allowed to with my back, and the Groms on our trips. So back here you can see there is the camper. So I would need them to fit on here. And this is the system I got from boltedon.com, Scott Corgiat. You can adjust these wheel chucks to wherever you want them on the bar. And then it's got these tie downs, for the straps. And of course the wheel would fit in here. And by putting these into the D-rings and cranking them down, it pushes this against the ground. And the beauty of this system is you're not drilling any holes. If you use this on the garden trailer, you're just tying into D-rings. If you use one of these systems inside your toy hauler camper, you're just tying into the D-ring. So no extra holes being drilled, nothing like that. It takes 5 or 10 minutes to stick it in and take it out. So if you look up here in the truck, you can see these are the D-rings that the system ties into, and they have them for all the different trucks. I told Scott I have the Ram 2500. He said, I'll send it to you. So I paid for it, but we're going to see how this works and see if we can put those Groms in the truck. And the key will be the tailgate has to be able to close. You can haul them in there with the tailgate down if you're not pulling a camper, but I'm pulling a camper. So they have to be able to close. So I may have to move these to the inside so that the bike is angled a little bit. So we'll check it out. So the first thing we're going to do is install it up there. So you can see I have it up in the front. Now we'll start hooking them into the J-hooks. You got that in there? Put this on here. Okay, now we'll do the other side. Well, you can see we're going to put this J-hook in there, this. for the tie downs. Washer. So you can see we got all that stuff on there. And then we'll just tighten it up. Tighten it down till it's snug. Okay, and you can see that ain't going anywhere. It's a great system. So next up, I'm gonna put the bikes on there and see how they look. Like I said, we may have to move those in and angle the bikes. We'll have to see. Now, to get the bikes up in the truck, I need to buy one of those metal ramps to make it easy. But for now, I'll just drive around back to my sand mound system and use that. And then once I have them on there and we know that it's all gonna work, then I'll order the ramp to drive them up on there. So we see it fits in there nice. I'm not sure if this is going to be in or not. So what that means is we either have to have the tail in further, or we move this here so that the bike is angled a little bit. I think that's probably we'll put the tail towards the center a little bit, but we got to check it out and see. Okay, so you can see I have my ratchet straps on here, and I went up to the handlebars. A lot of people will go through the tire so the shock is not involved, you know, in tightening it down. I don't need it too entirely tight because of that wheel chuck. And then to keep the back wheel from, you know, sliding around, I'm going to go from the D-ring in the back, wrap the wheel, and then go over to the other one. But I don't want to put that one on until we get Marie's bike in here. So we'll do that next. We're going to close this up, and we want to see if this piece clears it or if we have to make an adjustment. And look at that. It fits. It's not touching. So that is perfect. So now we'll put Marie's up in there and see how they both look in there, and we'll strap it down. With the weak foot from that back injury, I had to be really careful putting the second bike on. But you can see it's on there. So we're going to see if it closes. Okay, and here you can see, have it strapped down. same way as the other bike. Now we just got to put our tail wraps on. So with the tail wrap, I'll use a separate strap for each tire because I don't want them to work themselves together. So we'll do them one at a time. Because the whole goal of the tail wrap is just to keep the tire from sliding around, you know, jumping back and forth. Now I'm going to double wrap it and put it in there and ratchet strap it to the other side. Okay. That's got the tension on there, so now the wheel can't bounce back and forth. We'll do the same one to this. Okay, so we got both ratchet straps on. So the first one I wrapped around this tire twice and then went through that tire, because if you put it around the back then it could go up or down and loosen. So I just went through the spokes, and then I did the same thing on the other strap. I loped this tire twice, went through that wheel over there. So there's two straps on there, and that'll keep the bikes from moving close to each other, keeps them where they're at. And then we got our straps on the front, and you can see we got clearance between both of them. So this is excellent and it's going to work. This, by the way, is the Ram 2500 with the 6-foot bed. So Honda Groms easily can be hauled with the camper. It's going to open up a lot of possibilities. So boltedon.com, if you have something unique, he can figure out a way to haul it. He's really good at the engineering piece, and you can see, you know, I really stand by his products. The one I had before worked excellent. I never had a bike fall off or tip or anything, and there were some rough roads in Pennsylvania, and you can see the ones for the back of the pickup truck. This is going to be excellent. There they are, both Honda Groms in the truck with the bolted on system. Works great. Hey look, if this video helped you, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot. Also ring that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video, and give the video a thumbs up. That helps it be seen by a wider audience. But more important than all that, go have some fun out there. Hey, thanks for watching.